Welcome, my dear students, for the online virtual class of Science Standard 9th. Okay, so in the previous class, we had started with chapter Sound. Okay, so what we had covered in the previous class, we had covered sound, its definitions, then production of sound, ways of production of sound, definition of vibrations, example of sound produced by vibrations. Okay, so that's what we had done in the previous class. So in today's class, I'm gonna start this class with a story. Okay, do you all love story? Okay, yes. So the story is about this lady. Okay, a very nice and very important. She's a smart lady. Okay, a very responsible and a smart lady. So one day, what happened was there was somebody on the door. There was somebody on the door, banging the door. Okay, so she was very smart, as I said. So she tried to figure out who was out, and you see who was out? Yes, a robber. The robber was outside her house, and he had come to rob her. I mean the things that is there in her house. Okay, so she heard a conversation about two robbers who were outside, and what she did, soon as she heard the conversation, she ran towards the phone and she called the police. She called the police that robbers are outside her house and please come to help me. So she called the police. So the police arrived. When the police arrived, the second person tried to escape, but the police was very smart. They caught both of them. Yes, yes. The story is over. But let me ask you something. Yeah. So how she got to know that robbers were outside? Okay. First question: how she came to know robbers were outside? She heard them speaking. Okay. Second question is, how did she call the police? It was via phone call. Yes. So if you see, in both the cases, sound plays an important role, isn't it? In the both the cases wherein she hearing their conversation from inside the house, and secondly calling a police via a phone call. Yes. So the first case, sound traveled through the walls when the robbers were speaking outside and she could hear a voice inside. The second case, sound traveled from a digital medium, from the telephone or phone to that police officer or police station. Okay. So we can say that sound travels from one medium to another. Okay. So by the above story, we can conclude saying that sound travels from one medium to another. So the first case medium was air, whereas the second case medium was the phone. Correct? Yes. So let us define what is medium. The matter or substance through which sound is transmitted is called as medium. Okay, the matter or substance through which sound is transmitted is called as medium. Okay, so do you know how sound travels, or how you can hear sound? Can you hear sound? Yes, in the previous class I tested that if you could hear my voice, and yes, you could hear because you are a normal person and you can hear things. So do you know how sound travels to our ears? Okay, so let us consider this is a ear which is there on the screen, and this is arrangement of particles in space, in air. Okay, this is in air, particles in air. Now if I clap, so when I clap, what happens is the sound wave travels. See what happened? The first line of particle move on to the second line. Okay, and In the next step, what happened was the first line came back to its original position, but what happened to the second line? It went and banged the third line. And similarly, the same process took place where in the second line came back and third line went forward, and hence the sound was traveling. Okay, so you came to know how sound travels. Yes. So it is a to and fro, that is to and fro motion, means it is going one position to another and coming back to the same position. Okay, going in forward and coming back. Okay, so therefore what is a wave? Because if you see this, it is seen as a wave, isn't it? It travels as a wave, isn't it? Yes. So what is a wave? A wave is a disturbance that moves through a medium which the particle of medium sets neighboring particle in motion. Just like this, it was putting the neighboring particle into motion, isn't it? Yes. So again, let us read the definition of wave. A wave is a disturbance that moves through a medium which the particle of medium sets neighboring particle in motion, isn't it? Yes. So do particles move forward when they carry sound waves? What did we observe in the animation, the animated video, the particles which were moving? What did we observe? What did we observe in that full picture where the particles were actually moving and taking carrying the waves of sound? Did the particle move or sound wave move? How did it work? Yeah, tell me. No. So the question was, do particles move forward when they carry sound waves? No. Particles of medium do not move forward themselves, but disturbance is carried forward. If you had seen, the particles did not move. They just adjusted and came back to their original position. But the disturbance carried forward. Yes. So now what is the sound wave? Whatever we had seen, let us define it. When sound travels, it travels in a form of wave, hence called as sound wave. Okay, when sound travels, it travels in a form of a wave. That pattern was going in a form of a wave, isn't it? And hence called as sound wave. Okay, it is characterized by the motion of particles in the medium, how the particles are moving. Okay, and are called mechanical waves. Okay, make sure you remember what is sound wave and mechanical wave. Yes. Okay, so what is the most common medium in which sound travels? Can you tell me? Now, as of now, I'm talking here, I'm talking to you. You can hear it via. Yes, it's a air medium. Air is a medium, so most of the time sound travels through air medium, wherein if you are playing a speaker sounds music on speakers, the sound that is coming to you is via again air. Okay, somebody is calling you, hello my friend, how are you? You're hearing this, isn't it? You heard this via a medium through air. Okay, so when a vibrating object moves forward, it pushes and compresses the air in front of it and crushes a region of high pressure called as compression. So, what is compression? When a vibrating object moves forward, it pushes and compresses the air in front of it, crushes a region of high pressure. Okay, it's called as compression. Similarly, when a vibrating object move backward, okay, it moves backward, it creates a region of low pressure called as rarefaction. Okay, see, when a vibrating object move backward, it creates a region of low pressure called as rarefaction. Yes. So if you see the same diagram again, here what is rarefaction and what is compression? So region of high pressure is our. Correct. It is compression. Whereas region of low pressure is, yes, rarefaction. Yes. Okay. Very nice. Beautiful. So are you sure sound needs medium to travel? Now, as I'm speaking to you, do you think sound needs medium to travel? What do you feel? Do sound need medium? Yes, definitely, because it cannot travel in vacuum. Yes. So sound needs medium to travel. It cannot travel in vacuum. Very nice. Yes. So make sure you remember this and you don't forget it, that sound do not travel in vacuum. Okay. So let us recall what we have done in today's class. So what we have covered: propagation of sound, then sound travels in medium, waves, mechanical waves, sound waves, compression and rarefaction, and lastly, sound doesn't travel in vacuum. So, so make sure you don't forget this. So let me see if you have really understood what I've told you all today. Okay, let me test you now. Okay, so fill in the blanks. Yes. So a dash is a disturbance that moves through a medium which the particle of medium sets neighboring particle in motion. Okay. So we need to answer that. So it is wave. Okay, very good. So the matter of substance through which sound is transmitted is called as dash. Think what would be the answer? It is the medium. Yes. Okay. Third question. Sound do not travel in dash. What do you think? Where do sound doesn't travel? Where the sound doesn't travel? Tell me. Think. We have covered it just now. Vacuum. Yes, sound doesn't travel in vacuum. And the last question, dash is the region of high pressure and dash is the region of low pressure when sound wave travels. What do you think the answer is? It is compression is the region of high pressure and rarefaction is the region of low pressure when sound wave travels. Very nice. So now I have something for you to do it at home, the home activity. What you have to do, find out how your school bell produces sound. You have to find out how your school bell produces sound. And secondly, see, this is a situation where if you and your friend is on moon, will you be able to hear your friend who speaks? So if your friend is speaking, can you hear him? Is it possible? See, I'm not saying you're on earth, you're not here. I'm saying you're on moon. So just think over it and you have to come prepared by reading or finding out these answers for the next class. Yes. Thank you so much, my dear students. God bless you. Have a great day.